Okay, hi again lads. Today it's a Mazda. It's a 16 Mazda 6 that came in on the back of a truck. Car broke down on the customer and it was towed here. And it's been a no start ever since. So it broke down while driving. The only code I have in engine is crankshaft position sensor A circuit low, and press the button there, I'll show you. No start. Okay. So let's get out of this and let's dive into, we'll get up a few pids, look for engine speed anyway for starters. Okay, engine revolutions per minute. Let's do that, press that button again, let's crank this over. Oh, no. We do have engine speed. Do that again. Was that delayed, and is it now calculating engine speed from cam sensor? I don't know. But anyway, I don't know. We have engine speed there now at the moment. Okay, I missed that on camera now, but that was weird. I did clear the codes and I pressed the button and this thing started. Sounded nice for maybe 30 seconds or a minute and then cut out. Went back in, had no codes, so I'm just going to try that again. Did have engine speed now, that's what I was looking at. Okay, back to where I was, no start, but it did fire up, idle okay for a time and then cut out. See, did that create a code? Okay, we do have crankshaft code back. Okay, we'll just do that whole routine again. Look, clear codes. No codes present. Just dive in there again to be sure. Okay, no codes present. We go read data and look for engine revolutions per minute again. We graph that. Now, just press the button and see will this start. Okay, weirdly, I don't know, that was strange anyway. Started for me when I cleared the codes and then cut out. But anyway, that crankshaft sensor code is back. And probably going to have to get a scope on that now, I'd say. Cam and crank, I would say. Okay, we'll see. Okay guys, I have the plastic under tray off, the driver's wheel off, and I have a little plastic panel that was in around here off as well. That has given me now access to the crank sensor, which is there, 8mm bolt holding it in, I believe, and I'm on the signal wire there now, and blue wire I think it is 5 volts, yellow wire I have a good ground at, and this, the key on, engine off, is reading 5 volts. But start that car there, Rory. Okay, that doesn't look or seem anyway right to me at all. It's not a nice signal. So I think I'm going to change this crankshaft sensor. Now, a little bit of good news. We have an engine that is bet off a Mazda up in the other lift as I look at this engine out. But this engine is bet. And what is handy for us now is I have a crank sensor there. I might just do a quick switcheroo on and see what happens with my one on that lift. Okay, back in a minute. Okay, I've swapped out my crank sensor. Now it is a second-hand one that's gone in place of the old one. Picoscope hooked up to the same wire. Codes cleared, and on the scan tool there, engine revolutions per minute, and on the scope there is going to be my signal wire for my crank sensor. So okay, I'm going to crank this over. Okay. Okay lads, I'm in EOBD there now, right? And our code is P0337, crankshaft position sensor A circuit low. But it's really not low because it's mostly high. There is the blue channel is the signal at 5 volts, that's the signal wire, and the crankshaft position sensor pulls it down. But the computer has seen it as a circuit low fault. And then in live data we are seeing engine RPM. Okay, I think I've shown you that it is seeing engine RPM. But here we have the cam shaft position sensor there. If I disconnect, can't do it now one-handed, can I? 1 second. There, disconnect. If I disconnect the camshaft position sensor, and Rory, will you crank it? Yeah. Okay. No engine RPM. So I think it's getting its engine RPM signal. The scan tool has seen it from the camshaft sensor. And do we have, I think, now maybe a broken wire from crank sensor to computer? So I don't know, maybe I'll have to go here and check out my wiring from crank sensor to ECU. That's what I'm thinking now. Okay lads, this Mazda is starting and rolling. But why, I don't even know. Because all I've done off camera is I tried to locate that crank sensor position wire at the ECU. So I did, key was off, I unplugged the ECU, I found the wire and plugged into that wire there. I have a good crank signal at the computer. I have engine speed and all that. Big fault codes. No fault codes. So I don't know, this is the strangest thing ever. I was thinking along the lines of maybe a broken wire, but there's a pin fitment here from the plug to the ECU. Maybe, I don't know. But that's all I did, and now this car is going. Strange. Right lads, this Mazda is running as sweet as a nut. I had it up the road and about 20 kilometers on it or 30 kilometers on it. And it drove sweet. I came back, no codes at all, and no lights on the dash, no issues. I'm putting it down to the contacts on the ECU. The contact cleaner used on the contacts. And ever since I done that, it worked. And you see early in the video there, when I was back probing, looking for a signal from the crankshaft sensor here, it started. And the only thing I done was disconnect that plug, put it back on. So, yeah, look, I think it's fixed. Obviously, a lot more driving is going to be done on this before the customer gets his hands back on it. So, look, Friday there now. Drive it for the weekend, see how we get on. Drive it a bit early next week. Again, see how it reacts. If anything comes up, we'll do a part 2 to the video. But at the moment, I think the Mazda is fixed. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching and subscribing. See you again next time.